A Bridgeport man will reportedly spend 6 years in prison for selling illegal guns. This is as close as we've been able to get to the school since mid-afternoon when authorities closed down the road here leading to it. But even after that, we continue to see parents arrive, many of them with tears in their eyes. Christy, they tell us the child then walked down this driveway and about 50 feet down this road before a driver spotted him. We're told this house was damaged during Tropical Storm Irene and then completely destroyed by Sandy. And if you'll follow me over here, the only thing left of this house are those posts and the front steps. Dive teams searched the water on the other side of the harbor for about 12 hours before they found the body close to where his boat capsized. These people in these neighborhoods all across southwestern Connecticut were just getting over Tropical Storm Irene when this started happening again yesterday. Most importantly for these businesses, this string of sunny weather is lining up with the end of the school year. This is as close as we've been able to get to the school since mid-afternoon when authorities closed down the road here leading to it. But even after that, we continue to see parents arrive, many of them with tears in their eyes. Reports of shots fired at Sandy Hook Elementary School drew hundreds of authorities to the scene this morning and sent frantic parents hurrying away from it, clutching their children.
It was frightening. I mean, it was like my heart stopped beating. It was like, I can't even explain it.
For some, the reality of what had happened hadn't yet set in.
I don't even know what to think right now.
The brother of one student says at first, neither did his sister. She was in the school during the shooting and eventually described to him the horrific scene.
In the beginning, the intercom came on, and she heard a scream on the intercom around the school, and the intercom went immediately off.
Mergeen Bairayu says his sister even heard some of the gunshots, and not long after that, police arrived.
While she was walking down the hallway, the police told them to close their eyes.
He says there's only one word to describe how she's doing now.
And she was very traumatized.
You need to keep your cameras off the road.
Late in the afternoon, authorities confirmed what had been feared. The shooting left 27 people connected to the school dead, including 20 children, and left many parents beyond stunned.
What I can sense is a lot of fear, uncertainty.
And for the family member of one of the survivors, a mixture of overwhelming sadness and a little relief that his sister is okay.
Obviously, she's happy to be home, though, and we were happy to have her home, too.
Investigators haven't yet released the names of the victims, and as soon as we have that information, we will pass it along to you. In Newtown, Aaron Mesmer, News 12, Connecticut. Dive teams searched the water on the other side of the harbor for about 12 hours before they found the body close to where his boat capsized. The cries echoed across the marina, loved ones embraced, unable to hold back their tears, while dive teams searched for a missing boater. But the sun rose and hope faded that Keith Morris survived the wreck. Then came the news police had prepared onlookers for.
At approximately 12:15 p.m., divers recovered the body of Keith Morris.
Stamford police say Morris was operating a boat that hit a stone break wall in the water and capsized.
The break wall is a massive stone structure that's out there to guard the harbor against storms.
Investigators rescued 4 passengers in the boat, 2 of whom were trapped in an air pocket for 45 minutes inside the overturned vessel. Officers described how frightening that was for them.
You're talking about being in an air pocket in a very small space that's completely dark. So you can imagine that they're probably pretty upset.
Police tell us survivors and loved ones were too distraught to talk on camera. Authorities say although the search for Morris is over, the investigation into what happened is just beginning.
We go back for 24 hours and find out what the deceased person did for 24 hours prior to the accident, step by step, to determine what happened and what they were doing.
Investigators say no one on the boat was wearing a life vest, although they're not yet sure if that played a part in Morris's death. We'll keep you posted. In Stamford, Aaron Mesmer, News 12, Connecticut. The growing memorial outside his home is a painful reminder for Francisco Barbosa.
I live over there and my wife can see this from the window.
Pictures of Barbosa's son, Francisco Barbosa Vega, are scattered throughout the small tribute, which marks the spot where police say the 23-year-old collapsed after he was stabbed Sunday morning.
It's not going to be easy. It's not.
He says what makes it even harder is what investigators say led to Barbosa Vega's death. Detectives tell us he saw a man attacking a woman and stepped in to try to help.
was always like that. He was always kind. He was always, thinking about all the people, not about himself.
Police say a second person got out of a nearby car and stabbed the victim. Then everyone involved drove away. Barbosa Vega's father has a message today for those people.
Please, come forward, or at least, let them know that you're really sorry for what happened.
And while he's upset and angry, one emotion overshadows all the others.
I feel so proud of my son, and he was doing something right.
Bridgeport police have been searching for the killer throughout the day, and they're asking anyone with information to give them a call. Their number is on our website, news12.com. It's also on our info line. That's 203-354-INFO. In Bridgeport, Aaron Mesmer, News 12, Connecticut.
It was 9:53 this morning when work crews at Lake Mohegan made the gruesome discovery.
The death may be linked to an archaic religious ritual.
They found the baby next to one of the barrels.
The grisly murder baffled Fairfield police.
They called on the FBI, which is working on a profile of the baby's killer.
Detectives from across the country looked at the case over 2.5 decades, and each came to the same conclusion. Justice for a murdered newborn would have to wait.
When all the clues and facts as we know them now are sifted and analyzed, we'll come up with a determination.
I've seen some pretty bad stuff.
The case is now in the hands of Detective Carrie Dowling, and the evidence has become her office wallpaper.
The pictures of this baby, though, they truly, truly do haunt you.
Those pictures show a mutilated baby discarded by a trash can. Also haunting Detective Dowling, the monsters who committed the crime are still out there.
I don't believe that these people feel remorseful in any way for what they did. I think that they just felt that they were going to dump the body and they were never going to get caught.
And she says they were right until now.
There's no way. Maybe for a while they did outsmart us, but those days are coming to an end. The state police major crime processed the crime scene.
In 1986, officers preserved food, coins, clothing, anything from the scene with DNA.
We have a DNA sample of the baby himself.
Good.
Forensic scientists at the State Police Crime Lab are now re-examining everything.
This is a profile from a single person.
Lab supervisor John Scheinman says this kind of technology has evolved far beyond what it was in 1987.
Basically, the bottom line comes down to what is the condition of the sample today? Where has it been the last 20 years?
Scheinman says if the DNA is there, they will find it.
If it's survived to a detectable level, we're going to be able to detect it.
It's somebody who had been here.
Fairfield police say that's exactly what's happened, and the mystery is unraveling. Now, nearly a quarter century after a worker found the baby at the base of this tree, detectives are taking what was once a frustratingly large group of potential suspects and eliminating them one by one, by one, by one.
We've definitely eliminated a lot of people that at one point the investigation was kind of targeting. But back in 1986, the garbage...
Detective Dowling says the clues that once pointed to a religious ritual,
approximately the baby was right around at the base of it,
now point to an elaborate cover-up.
And then the ritualistic items were found at the base of the tree.
And she has a message for everyone involved.
So we're going to be arresting everybody and anybody who was involved in this and who knew about it and helped conceal it. We're coming. And it's really that simple.
Tom, Becky, each customer we spoke with say they're leaving the store with at least one ticket and dreams of taking home the $550 million prize.
And I have 3 Powerball tickets, separate tickets.
One customer after the next.
Congratulations.
Each hoping the ultimate congratulations is in their not too distant futures.
You have to in it to win it. Anybody's game.
The game is Powerball, and the jackpot hit record amounts, then kept climbing well over $500 million.
I bought my 20 tickets.
Putnam Shell owner Carmen Moretti says he spent most of the day selling tickets.
Well, good luck.
And his customers are confident in their chances.
Who knows?
One thing we do know, hitting the jackpot is far from easy. The odds of winning Powerball are 1 in 175 million. To give you an idea how slim those chances are, here are some things that are more likely to happen. According to some odds-related websites, the chances of dying while falling off a ladder, 1 in 2.3 million. The odds of dating a supermodel, 1 in 88,000. The chances of getting killed in an elevator accident, 1 in 10.4 million. And the odds that a vending machine will kill you, 1 in 112 million. But so many people say they're willing to take their chances for one reason.
It only takes $1. I'm sorry, $2.
Some Powerball odds aren't all that bad. If you buy just one ticket, the odds that you'll double your money are 1 in 55. And by the way, if someone does win the jackpot tonight, if they take the cash option, that'll net $360 million before taxes. And we will, of course, let you know what happens. In Norwalk, Aaron Mesmer, News 12, Connecticut. Good evening. Thanks for watching News 12 Connecticut. I'm Aaron Mesmer. New Canaan police today released surveillance pictures of the man they say stole a $30,000 Rolex watch from a jewelry store this week. Take a look. They're hoping someone will recognize the suspect. Police say the man walked into Reed & Son Jewelers on Elm Street Monday afternoon, asked to see a specific watch, and then ran out of the store with it. They say a man matching the same description committed a similar crime at a jewelry store in Glastonbury last week.
Looking at surveillance pictures.
Police say luckily no one was hurt in either case. They're asking anyone with information to call them. Their number's on our website, news12.com. It's also on our info line, 203-354-INFO. Stamford police said today they're investigating a claim that a 15-year-old girl was brought into a van and sexually assaulted by 6 men. They say the teen told them it happened at about 9 o'clock last night. Police tell us the girl was treated and released from Stamford Hospital. As soon as they release more information, we'll let you know. The Milford Chamber of Commerce said today it's looking for rental properties that can be offered to Hurricane Sandy victims who are unable to stay in their houses. The Chamber is looking for homes, apartments, or even hotel rooms. News 12 Connecticut's Renee Schmiel is in Milford. Renee, many homes were so severely damaged that people can't even stay in them until they're fixed. Renee, thanks. And folks throughout southwestern Connecticut whose homes were damaged or destroyed by Hurricane Sandy are preparing for a bittersweet Thanksgiving. Milford Mayor Ben Blake says there are options for people looking to get a good meal.
The food bank.
City leaders also say some local restaurants, church groups, and organizations like the Boy Scouts will be serving hot meals tomorrow. In 12 on transportation, representatives at Enterprise Rent-A-Car in Norwalk said today there's a shortage of rental vehicles this Thanksgiving due to damage caused by Hurricane Sandy. However, many people decided to try to avoid the Thanksgiving Day traffic altogether by leaving a day early. AAA estimates more than 43 million Americans will be heading out this holiday. They say 39 million of them will be going by car. Drivers at a Fairfield rest stop told us their trip today was going well.
I thought there would be a lot of traffic.
Meanwhile, state troopers say they'll be patrolling the roads this evening and throughout the holiday weekend. They say they'll be looking for distracted and drunk drivers. Time now for a check of our hyper-local forecast. We have meteorologist Shayna Kurek with us. Shayna, not a whole lot to complain about out there if you're on the roads, right? All right, Shayna, thank you. And while many residents in southwestern Connecticut are home catching up with loved ones this evening, some are making last-minute trips to the grocery store to pick up items for Thanksgiving. We stopped by Stu Leonard's in Norwalk today to see how these shoppers were faring.
I was surprised to see so many cars here today.
And Stu's is open until 11 o'clock tonight and from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. Stores across our area are planning to open their doors earlier than ever this year for Black Friday bargains, what time they're opening, and what some of our viewers think about it. Our Brandon Walker joins us now with a story you'll see only on 12. Brandon, students you spoke with say they were just left helpless at the front door. Well, not exactly a picture-perfect day for a walk in the park, but at least no rain. Jonathan, this weekend and then obviously Veterans Day on Monday looking a lot nicer than that roller coaster ride of weather we had the last couple weeks, right? You know, even as Yankee fans like myself, I think we had a lot of respect for Terry Francona and what he did with the Red Sox, so great hire for the Indians.